let's be real here. I've run out of places to film. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And I know a lot of you guys know that I have been traveling, but there was also something else that I did. And I decided for 1 week that I was going to run a mermaid camp. I mean, after doing a little bit of babysitting and swim instructing, I just knew that I could handle this 5-day camp, where in the morning we did mermaid crafts and other activities like skits and photo shoots. And then in the afternoon, we would put on our tails and flop around in the pool. I remember how nervous I was the weekend before it started. Just, wanting to make sure that I was helping all the kids learn and progress and feel confident for the school year and make friends, and that it was just going to be a sisterhood and I was going to get all these pictures with them and it was going to be so cute. Oh my God, it was the most exhausting thing that I have done in a long time. First off, I was supposed to have a counselor because I had too many kids. And I was still able to watch them, but because I didn't have a counselor, I couldn't really do any efforts with going further with disciplining kids in timeout and having them watched over. I couldn't go to the bathroom, and it made it kind of difficult because how the classroom was you enter it, and then there's a wall here, so there's like a sink to like wash paintbrushes out and all that stuff. And you go past the wall and there's the classroom of desks, and then you have a back end that's just, all empty space and carpeted. And so a lot of times when you're doing crafts and you're going roundabout, you can't have your eyes on all the kids. These kids told on this one girl who was apparently touching all of them. Now, I wouldn't say inappropriately, but she just didn't understand personal boundaries. She was crawling under their desks. She was writing on them. She was trying to touch their art while it was wet. She was trying to do this and that. Oh, and on top of that, she loved to refer to this one girl as the dark-skinned girl. Oh my God, I feel like instead of it being more racist, it was more ignorant and her just repeating what was said at home. But you can't do that. Like, oh my gosh. And and it'd be one thing if, the other girls she didn't know, like she'd call them like the redhead, like this or that. No, she just always wanted to refer to this girl as the darker skinned girl. Yeah, God. Like, why? Worst off, she was always trying to give me sass. Like when I have a ball exercise where I pass them the ball to ask them a question, you don't throw the ball on the ground and tell me to fetch. I had my stuff in an office wheelie chair, and then the next time I looked at it, she was in the chair with my stuff on the ground and she was proceeding to roll over it. And then when it came time for skits, I noticed that their scene was really, really long and didn't look like anything that they practiced. And she said that she was improvising it because the girls weren't doing a good enough job and she was better at being the center of attention and leading it. Oh, and then the best thing is, it literally sounded like I was back in my customer service job when, I don't know what she cared about, or she was upset about something, and she goes, she calls across the classroom to me, "Listen, lady, you don't know anything. You're not the best at anything. I bet you're not even good at eating a hot dog." And a part of me was thinking, wow, now I need to bring a hot dog to class and totally own her. But, and then another part of me is laughing because it's just so ridiculous. But I'm thinking, I don't have time for this. I am trying to explain the instructions. I don't care.
Listen, lady.
Okay, and so my camp had grade requirements. Like if you're going into this grade, you can sign up for my camp. Well, this one girl technically didn't qualify, but she loved to talk about how she was held back. And because she was taller and older than the other girls, that translates when you're a kid as being the leader. She didn't have the leadership skills to be a leader. And it was just so exhausting because I look over and I had this really cool ribbon that had some wire in it so you can kind of scrunch it and it keeps its form. She's pulled out the wire She decided she's going to make homemade braces. And so I see like all this wire and stuff in her teeth. And then of course, distracted girls, you know, sees that and she wants all that shiny metal in her teeth. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So I had to make them spit that out immediately. Like, I don't understand how that's not a household rule that they would know by now. You just don't put metal random crap in your mouth. But then they were on to the next thing. Like, all of a sudden I see people trying to cut pipe cleaners out of this one girl's hair because she made a knot. And I see this girl like holding the scissors over this huge lock of hair. And oh, I immediately was like, you know, let me do this, let me get the knot out. You know, when I did arts and crafts, I remember taking my time, enjoying the process, and wanting to be proud of something. It is literally the exact opposite. These girls rush through things to make things look like crap just to be done and try to do cartwheels in the back of the classroom. And then, you know, what's really popular at that age is tattling. And I had this one girl, you know, and it was so hard because her hand always hurt. She always got bored. Now, I can't say that all the girls tattled because some, you know, knew, like they know, snitches get stitches. But yeah, Mom said I can't say that to them. But it was so funny because this one girl kept tattling again and again and again. And one time she tattles to tell me that she doesn't want to be friends with this one girl because all she wants to do is tattle on her. Oh my God. But I'm not gonna go up to the person and be like, what'd you do to her? Like, I'm trying to eat my lunch. And I was also thrown another curveball where a girl came in with a skin condition that happened to be acting up. She was so nice, she was so helpful, but things went downhill kind of fast. First day, I decided to have glitter, but I figured I was going to make a glitter station so we could kind of contain the glitter and I can monitor it better rather than distributing it. Well, we got the distracted hyper girl getting very overly excited, and with these two glitter bottles, I see her go, oh, glitter! And so it's raining glitter. Luckily, it like doesn't go everywhere. However, all that glitter rain decides to go on this one girl with the skin condition head to toe. And so before she was itchy, now she's like itchy times 10. I can't leave the classroom, so I had to have the nurse of the whole camp come and retrieve her to remove all that glitter because she's getting so itchy and I can't teach the class. I felt so bad. So I learned early on glitter glue. So after the camp, the cleaning crew comes every night, but you can never really get rid of glitter that easily, at least not in one sweep. So then every time she sees any little bit of glitter at her desk or at her seat, it's like re-traumatizing her where she's super scared about touching it. So I completely understood. And I feel like I would react the same way if I was in her shoes. Then one day came where she arrived so incredibly itchy, to the point where she has tears in her eyes and like coming down her face. She has her nails cut, but she's just trying to scratch and scratch and scratch. It's gotten to a point where she's rubbing her body against the carpet just to try to satisfy this itch. And I can't even give instructions. And so I'm trying to see what I can do to help her. She says there's no medicine. She was just told to keep her hands busy. So the nurse gets contacted, and it's so hard for her because the parents strictly told her, you can't provide any medication to my child, and they don't give her any emergency meds. Finally, I think there was an argument involved, but the dad finally drove up medication, and when she got it, she made the comment that she might have forgotten to take it in the morning. But luckily, after that, all was good. Since then, there's a lot of things that I've forgotten because there were little things, or, you know, I blocked them out in order to move on with my life. Because there were definitely a lot of hiccups along the way, but I can never forget the leader girl who decided it would be a good idea to ask the entire class anyone plays with themselves. I don't understand how a 9 to 3 5-day camp can be so exhausting. The numbness and exhaustion that I felt after each day, the crying That's real. If you don't have the utmost respect for teachers, then just leave my channel. There was one girl that was just so polite and so nice. And of course, you know, after I took time to look at the roster, I realized she was the one girl from my alma mater. Okay, I'm gonna wrap this up because I see that my camera's dying and I need to sleep. Like, I'm in my pajamas. I don't know if you can tell, but I made this video for therapy. Like, seriously, I started having, like, I couldn't sleep. You know, I kept thinking about it again and again in my head, thinking of how I could psychologically, you know, be the best teacher to grow and nurture these young souls, when my mom had to really remind me that I'm just a glorified babysitter. Ooh, the best was when they killed the class pet. Don't forget to like this video. If you have any stories of dealing with bad kids or you being bad, feel free to leave that in the comments for me to read. And yeah, hit subscribe if you want to join the family. So I love you, I mean it, and bye.